Right, man. We made it. All right. We back. Next game here is on the line. Going against the Green Bay Packers tonight and looking to see what we can make happen on the back end of the season, I guess. You might be running for a win, might be hoping for something else, but one thing is for certain, we are going to be seeing what is going to happen in the next few hours here. When the game kicks off in the next 6 or so hours here, depending on the time zone, all that good stuff. But you know, just need to get back the proper alignment here, right? We don't want to be Kadarius Tony out here at the end of the game, end of the season, and just be misaligned and shit. And then you think about the win, and then because you misaligned, everything's off alignment. And when you go into the end zone and shit like that, you get to the end of the season, and all of a sudden you find out, oh, you got a penalty, bring that shit back. You know what I mean? So what we need to do here is try to make sure that the team is just in the right mindset of how to attack this game and maybe come out with a win or just not look terrible really for me and and see where it goes from there. It's interesting, man. Uh things have had a lot of hype over the last few weeks. A lot of people putting a lot of energy into the good vibes, and that's all well and good and stuff. But when it comes down, to the more serious considerations of the matter, man, you have to start to bring yourself back down a little bit, I hope, and realize that there's still some changes, and the changes probably still coming for this team, especially concerned around primary position towns like quarterback and stuff like that, and maybe even like I said before, Saquon Barkley, and maybe additions to the wide receiving room and interior O line, something like that. You never know. But there's definitely a lot of changes going to be coming to the team. We have a good amount of picks in the first 3 rounds or so to utilize, and that's like well, the first 2 rounds, especially to really utilize, man. So there can be a lot of movement, man, a lot of movement and a boost to what we have now as far as position talents, to be honest with you. I don't want to knock somebody like Tommy DeVito too hard, man. He's won a couple of games. But at the same time, man, I'm not one that's gonna get caught up in all the extra hype just because he is who he is, you feel me? If it was that easy, then the history for this team might be a little different as far as the QB position, but it ain't just that, you know what I'm feeling. If you don't feel me, too bad. But if you feel me, you know what I'm saying. So it ain't just that. So that shouldn't be a thing anybody else. But speaking about just the talent levels themselves, man, it's kind of hard to really try to say somebody like Tommy DeVito is supposed to be the next Brock Purdy, Tom Brady, things like that is supposed to carry this team to a new phase of everything to where all us hunky dory. We didn't have to go look for the guy. The guy just fell in our lap type situation. And I'm not there myself personally. This is my channel, as blue as it gets, if you ain't know. So I guess that's what I'm gonna feel, and that's what I feel. Yeah, but that's those guys like a Brock Purdy or a Tom Brady, the talented being what they are talented. Those guys were last picks in an NFL draft. Somebody like Tommy DeVito was not drafted at all. He was an undrafted free agent. So when you think about that man, and he would have to be even his story at least to a Super Bowl stardom and all this other stuff and repeated appearances or being a staple in the franchise for 10, 15 years or whatever, etc. Would be wow, amazing for somebody, a hometown kid, whatever, it's cool. But just the talent as they are coming in and how they're perceived and shit like that. It'd be an astounding story to exceed even that of Tom Brady. Even to win a Super Bowl or 2 Super Bowls in comparison to his 6 or 7 or whatever, 8, whatever he got. Wow, because Tom Brady was the last pick. And now we're going from the last pick guy being the guy to somebody who's not even drafted at all. And like I said, this ain't to come down on Tommy DeVito himself, the player. I'm fine with his play. He's provided some good energy, some of that Jersey juice for the people that need the Jersey juice. But we don't do Kool-Aid around here. This is not a Kool-Aid channel. I said that before, way, way, way back, and maybe y'all forgot. But if you have, here's the reminder: this is not a Kool-Aid channel. This is as blue as it gets. So when we look forward to the draft, we're looking forward to the draft to bring in somebody like any of these talents, Caleb Williams, Drake May is the easiest names to name for people, but you have Michael Penix, Jalen Daniels, all other type of names, man, to look at and consider, even outside the QB position, just talents to add. That the Tommy DeVito is not as big of a draw in the long term as some might be trying to pump it up as. But that's dumb. They can do that. Stay fandom. The fandom here does not do that. It is not doing that, at least. Um, yeah, yeah, just this, that really. But as far as this game tonight, man, we hope we go in here, look competent, look good, strong. We had a lot of rest, man. We're coming off a long leave. There's no reason for us to come out and look lethargic, not in sync. Well, maybe not in sync, but at least not up to the task, if you feel me, of completing the 4 quarters of football. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure as far as coaching staff, Dayball, and now especially with for DeVito, especially here, this should be maybe one of DeVito's best games that we've seen, even from the good games or decent games he had before the last one. Last one was kind of meh, and the first one was he didn't throw the ball at all. Okay, and in the second one he was okayish to decent to goodish. Okay, so even in that, say that second game, you should maybe see a little bit more, maybe general command or use within the offense is maybe changing things up, plays being a little more elaborate in some areas for the audible or motions and things like that to free up players. Um, yeah, so there's that. We hope to see, of course, guys like Saquon Barkley doing the thing, come back fresh. It's really cool for him because it's a fresh week. Now he can come back and he's got the QB situation is a little more stable now as far as the injuries and the guys bouncing back from those. So there's less concern of that falling completely off the radar. It's not like going from Tyrod starting down to DeVito. You feel me? Where DeVito's not now. If DeVito, bless knees and all that shit, but if DeVito goes down, Tyrod's not going to come in, and it's going to be like, well, damn, now the QB is. They don't trust him to throw the ball for an entire half of football. It's not going to be that. So that situation is set it out for these last 5 games, I think, and we could look forward to at least you know competent football play, hopefully. Because when we say these things, man, we are still making these comparisons to our starting quarterback was Daniel, and that just wasn't good this year. So, and it wasn't all that much last year. So it gets this really hazy picture around the QB position, and probably why Tom and DeVito, deservedly or not, is getting so much of a hype as far as what his play is actually providing on the field to an extent that would be something that we could take further into a franchise type thing. Um, yeah, that's about it on that. But we got the Green Bay Packers. We got the Green Bay Packers, man, who have been playing pretty well for themselves the last couple of games, man, and they're going to come in try to keep that vibe going because their division's not closed and their record is not closed either. And their record is better than ours, so their push should be even stronger to try to get in and stay in. As opposed to us where we still have something like the Eagles go through twice and Saints and Rams and stuff like that. Rams aren't completely out. Saints might feel more out, I guess, now, losing kind of guys, depending on how healthy they are. But, it's not like we're the only team out there trying to win games. And that's before even the Eagles, who we played twice. So 3 other teams who are also trying to win football games. We would be more in a tank mode than any of the teams we would be facing outside of the Eagles. I think that's pretty clear as far as the records and the divisions that they're in and where they stand. Um, yeah, but that's it, man. Gonna cut it off there. Keep it short. We're about to watch this game. Just want to get some vibes out there that we here. We always been here, but we still here. And of course, we're gonna have something post game to talk about. Maybe what I've said is somehow incorrect, and Tommy DeVito's about to throw for 5 touchdowns and 600 yards, and somehow in the future that's gonna catapult us into a seed into the playoffs into the Super Bowl. Okay. Can you knock me for not feeling that? Okay, okay, because we're basing this again on a QB who was not that great beforehand. It's not like Drake Browning out there right now. Okay, but Tommy DeVito's gonna do his thing, and we're gonna root for that. But no hype. I don't need no progies. I have my fill on the cutlets and shit like that. I have a diverse diet. Um, and so that's what it is with that. I'll just leave it like that. All right, yo. See y'all later. Let's go do this competent football thing, man. Boys, blue as it gets. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to check you out later after the game.